What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Today we're going to be discussing Iann's album Rebirth once again, or his next project. I think it's supposed to be a mixtape, but before we do start I want to shout out to the second channel Complex 2. A link to that will be in the description down below. I also want to shout out to all the channel members, and lastly I want to shout out to the Instagram Complex Productions 999 and my Twitter at Complex Discuss. Make sure to follow both of those. Links to everything's in the description down below. With all this being said, let's just dive on into the video. Also do want to give a shout out to Iann's feed and 361. Both of their Instagrams will be listed in the description down below because they post a lot of these Discord DMs, these screenshots and everything, so big shout out to them. But we actually have a lot to break down from some stuff that happened earlier also that I haven't even done yet, so I'm gonna try and keep this video in chronological order. So back in like late or mid February, Halftime, who is obviously Iann's best friend, he's an engineer, he makes his own music as well, he posted in the Discord that Rebirth is fire, and then he said not next month, no. So this kind of confirmed to us that Iann would not be releasing Rebirth on his birthday, which was March 25th. We pretty much knew this just because of how late OTBT dropped. There was no way he was going to drop a 15-song album at the very end of January and then right at the very end of March drop another mixtape. But obviously Rebirth, it sounds like it's getting changed. The original version of this album was supposed to be another kind of I'm Gone styled mixtape with like rap songs on it, and it was going to feature artists like Chief Keef, Metro Boomin, 21 Savage. At least according to Iann, that's what it was going to be on it. He said that to DJ Academics. Rebirth seems like that if this is still the name of the project, keep in mind this title might not even be the same anymore, but I'm just calling it Rebirth because that's what we know this next project to be. Well, it sounds like it's getting changed up and everything. We kind of discussed in the last video how the album is getting changed, and we even talked about the new snippet that Iann played, Live Fast Die Numb. Obviously that song sounds like OTBT Iann's voice mixed with a little bit more pop influence in it, but it still sounds like a pop punk song as well. It honestly sounds like a whole different era for Iann. It sounds like we're getting the OTBT voice kind of mixed with this new modern like popish and kind of pop punk fusion. It's a little weird. I don't really know how to fully describe it. Iann also goes on to say that this next album, whether it's Rebirth or not, has OTBT vibes on it, but it's going to be a little bit different. He said he's not ready to go full pop punk, and then he said he's still having fun with doing rap. So obviously there's still a chance we're gonna get rap songs from Iann, and he's not going full pop punk, even though he is going on a full tour with Trippy MGK for his new album Mainstream Sellout. So it does seem like Iann is gonna try to appeal a little bit more to that kind of scene, which is honestly kind of smart just because Iann hasn't always been the biggest rapper, and it is hard to blow up in rap. So the fact that Iann already has obviously unreleased Spanish songs that he could release at any point, and he's also trying to get his name out there in the kind of scene that MGK's in, it's kind of smart for Iann, honestly, just because he's getting a whole different audience to hear his music that are probably going to enjoy his songs for the most part. But if we keep diving into this Discord news and everything that's been happening and everything, Iann confirmed that his Rage song Like Me, which was supposed to be on OTBT when we were going to get it in 2021, and I'm guessing it just got left off because it didn't really fit the album that well and the Rage stuff started to kind of sink down a bit. Well, Iann did say that Yeat on Like Me would go crazy, so this does confirm that there could possibly be a chance that we would get Yeat and Iann on a song. I'm sure that Yeat would do it if the bag was good enough and if Iann's label was willing to pay enough, and then if this was the case, I think we would definitely see Like Me release. But regardless, not counting that, we also know that Iann went in to confirm that we are going to be getting new snippets soon, and he's already given us two. He gave us Live Fast Die Numb, which is supposed to be the next single that he releases, and then he ended up giving us another Untitled snippet that he posted on his story the other day, and it does just kind of sound like he's in a new era where he's kind of changing his style up a little bit. It literally sounds like the OTBT voice to me, just mixed with a little bit different and more unique beats than what OTBT had, mainly because OTBT was almost all produced by Internet Money, but that's what we wanted. We wanted a Nothing's Ever Good Enough 2, which is essentially what OTBT is, minus the couple exceptions with the Travis Barker features and a couple other beats on there from like Omar Fendi. But the last thing is that Iann did confirm that his best music is coming soon, which I could kind of agree with, at least for the snippet Live Fast Die Numb and that new Untitled snippet. This honestly sounds like my favorite stuff that I've heard from Iann. Not overall, I still think that Industry Plant probably holds a really high up value for Iann just because of how nostalgic it is, and it's his first project. I think it's so good. It really has no skips on it, but I do think that ever since Iann released that this next thing he's working on from these snippets I've heard will probably be the best best thing he's released since Industry Plant, and keep in mind that I'm a fan of all of Nothing's Ever Good Enough, Industry Plant, I'm Gone, and OTBT, so I'm a fan of Iann and I don't hate on his projects, so that is genuinely just my thoughts that this new stuff is sounding really good. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Rebirth? Do you want Yeat on Like Me? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.